What's up, everybody? Chuck Bailey with the Bass Channel here, and we're going to be talking about the double NFP and the 800 TS preamp from Lusithand devices. Let's check it out. So, Lusithand devices, I came across these guys when I was doing my sleuthing like I normally do on the internet, looking for bass gear, whether it's effects, pedals, preamps, basses, all that. And I saw this preamp, and it was the 800 TS. I didn't know the name at the time, I just heard it. And their claim to that was it is the almost identical. They feel... All right, some people may not, but they feel that the 800 TS is their kind of tribute, their burnt offerings to the 800 RB preamp from GK, Gallien-Krueger, from yesteryear. Back in the 80s, that was the kind of holy grail tone as far as GK went. A lot of huge artists were using the 800 RB, and that was kind of a flagship standard for GK. So when I saw that they felt very strongly and they were adamant that this preamp was able to accommodate those similar tonal options that the 800 RB provided from way back when, I was intrigued. So, we have some things that we've worked with some other companies. Obviously, we work with GK. I'm endorsed by GK. I love those guys. I was talking to Forrest about this, and he was like, I'd like to hear that. And I'm sure from a science perspective, he really wants to see how close it is. If anybody knows, it's Forrest, the son of Bob, the G in GK, right? Bob Gallien. We also have the Master Effects pedal that they have, and they actually, it was the same thing. It was a homage to the GK 800, the RB 800. So again, without a control, right, without an actual 800 RB to compare to, all we can do is go, wow, that sounds good, or that doesn't sound good. And it sounds great. It sounds really good as far as the onboard preamp goes. It sounded great with the different amps that we ran it through, and we had a bunch of different songs and ideas that we ran through it, and they all sounded phenomenal. The controls are easy to use. The frequencies that they have focus on seemed very usable and very warm, and the kind of stuff that you want to have from a bass regardless, but having that as an onboard option regardless of what bass you have is pretty cool. Here's the controls for the 800 TS. It's got a stacked bass and treble, and it's got a stacked high mid and low mid. It comes with a 3-way tone switch, and there's also an active passive switch on this particular Jazzplate. The treble boosts and cuts at around 4 kilohertz. High mid boost and cuts at around 1 kilohertz. Bass boost and cut is around 60 hertz. The low mid boost and cut is around 250 hertz. And the 3-way passive tone switch is no tone, tone 1, and tone 2 according to the website. And now, moving on to the double NFP. Both these preamps are solderless, so it's very easy, change outs, drop in. So if you wanted to do one or the other, it's not gonna be super invasive and it's not gonna be super difficult. Anyways, the double NFP, it was totally like sleeper for us. Personally, I thought it was cooler, and I think Chris did too. Between the two preamps, but obviously liked them both. But the reason why this is cool is it gives you basically like two wah like filters on board your bass, right? So it was brought to my attention that a lot of the older wall basses and the older alembics had this preamp from their respective companies, of course, but that did very similar things, where it was like an onboard wah like filter that was sweepable, that basically gave you two different like wah filter options on your bass, not a pedal. Like, you don't have to bring out the wah or the pedals for your wah or your filters, like it's on board. The control plate keeps its traditional configuration of neck volume and bridge volume that is always in the circuit. It has a passive active switch and two filters, one per pickup. Each filter acts as a second order low pass filter with a resonant peak on its cutoff point, which is around 4 kilohertz. And the potentiometers allow you to sweep from 130 hertz and 4 kilohertz on the neck, and 150 hertz and 4 kilohertz on the bridge. In the hands of somebody amazing like Jamie Lewis, who really put it through its paces when he had it, it sounds rad. Like, you don't have to be some bass virtuoso to enjoy it, but it really gives you an idea of its context and its ability as far as the range that the sweepable filters have on that preamp, with somebody that really knows how to dial it in. And I don't play with enough wahs or filters to do it justice, but it's fun. And that's the best way I can put it. It is a lot of fun to have an onboard wah kind of filter accessibility, like for your preamp, for your bass, where you don't need to worry about a pedal. Like, one less pedal gives you space for one more pedal, or in our case, Kemper, right? For the profiles and things that we use. But it was just a lot of fun. It wasn't, I think their price on it was 250 pounds. I don't know what that is in freedom dollars. That's like, what, $289? Something like that. Sub $300 for the preamp, and it gives you two, as in double NFP, two of those filters that you can sweep through. Let us know what you guys thought. I thought the preamps were very cool. Super appreciate Lusithand Devices for giving us the opportunity to check them out and to show you guys. You can check them out at their website. We'll put that below. All the normal stuff outside of this. We appreciate you guys for watching this demo, obviously, but if you find anything that you're looking for music-wise, please use our affiliate link below. To Zounds, it helps us tremendously. Whatever you buy, strings, basses, hopefully all the fun stuff that you need to continue your bass journey. Anything you use that link for, they help us with. So we appreciate your guys and gals' help with all of that. Let us know what you thought in the comments. I think I might have said that, but I want to say it again because I am very curious what you guys thought of that NFP preamp specifically. And if you have an 800 RB, let us know if that sounds like what you got. And they're not very common anymore these days. So if you have one working, I would love to hear from you guys, and I'm sure GK would too. I'm going to send this link to Forrest as well because I want to hear his thoughts also from his dad, Bob. So until next time, this is Chuck Bailey with the Bass Channel, and we will see you later.